There are a couple different ways that you can collaborate in Schoology that will help you share resources and make things a little bit easier for you. So this is a course that we set up that we practice adding content to, so we make sure we know what we're doing. And what you can do is you can go to members in a course and you can add new members. So if you wanted to add, say you're a fourth grade teacher and normally you taught all of the math and somebody else taught all of the ELA and somebody else taught all of the science. You could, if you wanted to, add other teachers to your course. So you click add members. So if I was going to add, I can add her to my class. I can also make her an admin. So now that I made her an admin in my course, she has the same access that I do to add things. So say I was in charge of math and she was in charge of ELA. So she now has the ability to copy her materials out of her course. So she's in her own course. She's making, if she's in charge of math, she's making all the math activities for that week for her course. Then all she needs to do is click and do copy to courses. And because she's an admin in your course too, she can find your course and click and copy the whole folder. So that way she doesn't even need to go into your folder to add those resources. You can just add resources to the courses that you are an admin of. So adding an admin in your course and adding members is great for co-teachers, it's great for your teaching partners, it's also great for any resource room teachers or other people that are still going to be providing services and providing resources for your students, because if you make them an admin in your course, they can come up with materials for that student and then they can add them to your course and assign them to that student. So it would be a good way to collaborate not only with your teaching partners, but also other support staff and other people who would be interacting with your students. Let's switch gears because that was adding someone to a course that you are already running and giving them the ability to add resources. But there's also another way to do that that I think I like even more, which is making a group. So I'm in groups right now. Here are the groups I'm a member of. And then you can go to My Groups and you can create a group. So you can create your own group if you wanted. I know that there's now a kindergarten group. So kindergarten, all of the kindergarten teachers in Chippewa are now a member of a group. So kindergarten teachers. You can write a description. You can do organization because that'll allow all the kindergarten teachers in the whole district to be a part of it. You can do invite only, or you could allow people to request to join. In our case, you're probably going to want to do invite only because you're going to want just our kindergarten teachers in our district to be able to do that. And then you can select any of these. I usually do general, or there's one that says department groups or faculty groups. So you do create. So now these are kindergarten teachers. It comes up Miami because it still thinks that that's my home school. In order to add members to your course, you can do that two different ways. So right now I'm the only member. I can add members if I know all of the kindergarten teachers in the district and I want to go one by one. I could go and find all of them. Stacy. And then I could do add members, and that would automatically add them to your group. But you're probably going to have to send something out to all of your coworkers anyway saying, hey, I made a group so we can all collaborate. So this access code right here allows you to copy and paste. So you can copy this access code and then you can send them an email that says the same thing. Hey, I made us a group that we can be a part of in Schoology where we can share resources, and then you would copy and paste that code into the email. So then say I'm a kindergarten teacher somewhere, I get that email and I'm like, yes, this is awesome. I go to my groups, and then I do join. So then I would paste that access code into the access code and join a group, and then I would click join. So then we're back in here, people get the code, they join. Here's where this could get awesome. So these are all the kindergarten teachers in the district, and one of them says, hey, I already have some really great stuff for this week. So if I was trying to share my resources, if I had something great, I would go into my course where I have those awesome resources, and then say this was perfect for this week. Everybody should be doing some sort of mystery science, so I picked the one for this week and made it look cool by adding an image with a link. So then I can go in and I can save to resources. So, and then you can pick where you want it to go. So I can save it to group resources by going to kindergarten teacher and then no folder because it wasn't a folder. And then I can do save copy. And when I do that, I've just taken my resource that I made that I think is cool and I've given it to everybody else. So when you go into here now, into your group and go to your resources, now you have Mystery Science Who Invented Pizza, and somebody else in this group can take it and then copy it to add to their course. So now you can go and add it to one of your classes. So I feel like that is an amazing way to do things because then you could even go to those people and say, okay, this week Miami is going to be in charge of making the mystery science, coming up with science activities. They could make them in their course, they could share them to the resources, everybody else could copy them. Or this week, so and so is doing math. However, that would work for everybody, but it would just cut down on a lot of redundant work that people would be doing. So that's why groups are awesome. I know that a lot of people are making groups, so not just teachers, but counselors have groups, and other people who want to be able to share resources and do it as effectively as possible. This PDF is included in the resources as well that goes through all these things that we talked about. So this is how to add members to your group. It also talks about changing the course pictures because as more people add you as an admin, you'll get more courses in your homepage, and then it's harder to distinguish between them because they all have the same picture. So there's directions in there about how to change your picture. And then here's creating groups and how to do that. And there's also separate PDFs on how to join groups and everything you need. So there's adding group members, and then there's group resources. And make sure that when you do go into your group, when you are the admin of the group, you go into the privacy and group settings like it's showing you here, and make sure that all members can create resources. This is something that I didn't outline in the video, but it's super important because if you have just the admin, then other people will have trouble adding to the group. So just double check those settings. It's under the course or the group options and edit privacy/group settings, and then just save changes to complete. And there's just a brief thing about group updates and group discussions.